Hello friends, how are you? Today I am telling about the summary of 21 Days to a Big Idea. The author of this book is Bryan Mattimore. He is a co-founder and chief idea guy at Growth Engine Innovation Agency, leader of over 200 successful innovation projects and facilitator of over 1000 brainstorming sessions. This book was published in 2015 by Diversion Books. 21 Days to a Big Idea shows you how to combine the creative and rational sides of your brain to come up with cool, new ideas and fun ways to implement them, which might even help you create a sustainable business in the long run in as little as 21 days. Now, I tell you a favorite quote from the author. In the scheme of things, the time spent upfront in the idea generation phase is so minor compared to the time needed to develop that idea. This line is really thin, the one between too many and too few ideas. I mean, most of the people fall into one category or the other. They either think they have way too many ideas and can never possible execute all of them, or they believe they have absolutely no good ones and can't come up with anything creative at all. Nobody says, yeah, I have got few ideas every now and then. Just enough when I need them. It's always one or the other. Truth to be told, those of us in hyper idea hibernation mode would probably be best off shutting down their creative crazy brains. Most of the time getting to work and then brainstorming when we need to. But if you are in the other camp, then this book is for you. Here are 3 lessons from Bryan Mattimore. 21 Days to a Big Idea to help you come up with big ideas, and it won't even take 21 days. Lesson 1. Kids' wishes will get you right to the interaction of creativity and rationality. In 1968, George Land took a test he did developed for the NASA, aimed at determining how creative people are, and decided to give it to children. It worked so flawlessly that he thought even children could do it. He was right, and they passed with flying colors. Among 1600 kids who were all 5 years old at the time, creativity was sky high. 98% of them were ranked on the far creative end for the spectrum. To see how their creativity developed over time, he decided to let the same children go through the test again 5 years later. By the time they were 10, only 30% remained creative. That's cheap drop it 2 out of 3 kids losing their creativity. As you can almost imagine, it only gets worse from there. At 15 years old, only 12% were still creative. And if you give the test to adults, well, you get the flip side of the 5 years old. Only 2% are creative. Clearly, it seems like a good idea to bring back your inner child to light the creative candle again. And in fact, it works. Think of the things you wished you could do as a child. Chances are a few of these dreams have been developed already, but there are probably plenty left to still create. For example, if you want to fly, well, we have airplanes now. And if you want to travel to a whole other world, virtual reality is slowly making its debut. All of these things started as crazy childhood dreams, but once rational adult brains started tackling them, they become a reality. Lesson 2. Come up with ideas in 30 seconds flat by using the AND technique. What if I told you you had to come with a crazy new innovation in the next 30 seconds? You would probably panic and freeze right up. You can combine 2 random words, a noun and an adjective before starting to think about your idea. This is what Bryan Mattimore calls the AND technique, and it simply means to get your brain to think in new ways. If you write nouns on a pile of cards and adjectives on others, then draw one from each pile. New ideas will quickly fall into place. Lesson 3. Find suitable business ideas with billboarding. But not all ideas are sustainable. To find out which ones are you obviously have to get feedback from the real world before you do so. However, it helps to come up with a snappy way of sharing your idea so you don't end up giving a 30-minute talk to each prospect. This is where billboarding comes in. It works in three steps. Come up with a first, come up with a snappy name for your product by clearing defining what your idea is and which problem is it solves for your customers. Second, list all of your product's benefits. Third, take the strongest of the all plus points and use it to create a slogan. My review about 21 days to a big idea is, again, I am not on the low on ideas side, but still I liked how simple this book made the entire process, especially for teams or larger groups of people. Also, brainstorming with the real world in mind, like during billboarding, instantly makes your ideas more actionable. 21 days to a big idea is a good read.